Kill the Company says that one problem that companies are facing is this idea of you want to get ideas from a particular person as the creative person, yet the best way to get home run ideas is to try, let's say, for example, 100 ideas, and you will get maybe 2 or 3 home run ideas from those 100.
Yeah, if you don't get the initial support and the numbers are dwindling, you have to go back to your 9 to 5.
But could it be conditioning? Like, we've been so conditioned to accept stuff that is from let's say Stato, or rather the West mostly.
But Jim, when you say that,
conditioning.
Yes, maybe there's some level of conditioning, but there's also hunger for Kenyan content, because a lot of times. Because you see, like what Slay is saying here, that I never knew that this premiere existed until Shiro came on the OneMicShow. I think part of it is also trying to get the word out, trying to have the energy to get the word out, because I know there's some people who are not there, not because they've been conditioned, but just because they don't know that these things are out there or they existed. The marketing did not reach them.
Right. Not necessarily like conditioned, like, oh, no. It's just there's that subconscious, we view our stuff almost substandard in a way. So we are like, okay, we'll just support you because we think. But in all aspect though, I think it's one mic or somebody, either you posted something on a WhatsApp chat to the effect that I think there's either streaming something in Kenya that streams a lot of African content that has been getting lots of traction. Even I think
Showmax.
It has passed.
Is it Showmax
it has passed Netflix, something like that. And to me, it was eye popping. Like I was like, I didn't even know that there's something like that.
That's probably Showmax.
You know? So it's probably Showmax, and then there's Viusasa with Citizen.
I think it's Viusasa,
TV.
something like that. There was something, either one mic or it came from you and you posted on a, So I didn't even know that there was something like that. So there is an aspect of, as you say, marketing doesn't really go out en masse.
Yeah.
And you can also say finance. Most of this, maybe the budget isn't that deep. So they can't market as much.
Yeah.
And then now you get that kidogo aspect that comes back, like just down the hill, like, hey, I'm not sure, like, our stuff can always be as Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
So you're almost second guessing it. But what I've seen, honestly, that we can produce, Africans can produce so much quality content, but we just lack that our people supporting.
Let me say this, there's an issue of quality. But, then I question myself, like when you see Afro cinema continues on Citizen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Back to back. Quality is not even there. It's not even substandard. It's like it has been shot with a camcorder. And it is popular. So I don't think the issue is just an issue of quality, but I think I think I'll go back to what Jemo is saying. I think for me sometimes there's a program that has happened where we sort of Charlie, my brother.
Yeah, but I think also we have to understand, we have to see from the Nigerians, like those movies that people used to laugh at about Afro cinema is what has enabled them to get some very, very high quality movies. Now Nigerians are doing very high quality movies that you're even seeing them on Netflix.
Right.
So it's those, whatever,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Those movies that people considered substandard are what got them to where they are. Those movies of the great Idikoko, and those movies of magicians and a human being disappearing into thin air. Those movies are what has got them to where they are today. And it's the same thing with their music. Like if you look at their music pre-P Square, when you look at the old artists, like people like, there was an artist called Blackie, there were the likes of Akina Raskimono. There were some very old school artists in Nigeria. The thing that the formula that they've shown us works whatever they call bad quality from you, because sometimes Kenyans, we are overcritical of our content because you're comparing it to the best in the world. Whatever you call bad quality, just keep supporting it, and guess what? It's going to get to that quality that you
100%.
Yeah.
The way you're saying, like, you know, like those stuff that came before. I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about my son is trying to get into game design, and I was listening to a podcast of this game design. I was like, we try to, like, our first version of something is really, really bad. Like, even, you know, this dude was talking, even the people who write books, we only see the end result of the book.
Yes.
You don't see the first version. The first version was really trashy, you know? Now, we tend to judge, like, now what we are talking about, like our movies, our shows and stuff, we try to judge them by the standard of the finished version of the West, right?
And that's
and the standard, the discrepancy is huge.
Yeah,
right?
and that's problematic. I think people in the West, there was actually a museum that was moving around. You know, one of the other things that I'm very interested in is museums. There was a museum that was moving around. It was actually in the DMV. I don't know whether it's still there. It was in, I think, in Georgetown and a couple of other places. It's called a Museum of Failure. So they have artifacts from very established brands like Apple, Coca-Cola, of what failures, and some of those failures were so spectacular. If you Google the Museum of Failure, you will see some of those failures were so spectacular, but you have to understand that that it's those failures that were able to bring, you know, like this nice, clean and neat product that you're seeing today. I'm also reading another book called Kill the Company. I recommend everyone get this book. Kill the Company says that one problem that companies are facing is this idea of you want to get ideas from a particular person as the creative person, yet the best way to get home run ideas is to try, let's say, for example, 100 ideas, and you will get maybe 2 or 3 home run ideas from those 100. But if you're not willing to test those 100 ideas and fail in 90, because you don't know whether the good idea is at number 73, number 25, or at number 99. But if you keep doing, at some point, you're going to land on a home run idea. And some of those home run ideas sometimes come from very weird sources, very unexpected places, just like the way we do the show sometimes here and we do videos. The parts that we've really prepared and we're like, yeah, this is going to be the amazing part. Then people, you know, like don't even go view it. Then a random part, like Stephen JJ, you know, just giving us a call and telling us of how FBI came to his workplace. It tends to be the one that so many people want to listen to. So it's the same thing, you know, like with music and with a lot of these ideas in the art. Sometimes you have to try a couple and the home run is within those 100 you're trying. But if after 2, 3, you start giving up, then it's not going to work. So kudos to Shiro Yunis. And we want to see
more details.
Hopefully
if the movie is out,
if
the movie is out, where we can catch it, if it's on Netflix or whatever, however we can get it.
Yes, and a couple of comments coming here. I see, let me see, what does it say? Achuna Pacho says, you have to get the right platform for your act. And then Pablo Karibu Sana, Pablo says, I concur with Dr. James. It's partly more of conditionings. We don't appreciate homegrown content as we do that of Western countries. Personally, I enjoy a lot local Kenyan content aired on Citizen TV. I told someone about that and she shrugged like that is substandard content. Citizen actually has very high quality content. Actually.
Kina Maria,
yes.
Nini.
Oh yeah, they have very high quality.
Even right
content.
now,
you see, like
I didn't know Sanaipe Tande. Sanaipe Tande is a very good actor.
Yes, she is a very good actress. Yeah. Yes, there's a show right now on Citizen called Becky. Where?
You see, somebody saying they're substandard or whatever.
Yeah,
but they're good shows, and that's a problem, bro.
They're very well produced. The video, you know, sometimes you might think that the actors are not like they're not getting it or they're not there, but a lot of them have actually gone through National Theatre. There are people who came through, you know, did the set books, blah blah blah, and all of that, and have been called in. Some are, you know, like the randoms, and they're kind of like learning as they go, and they gel on the show. Yeah, you know, that's something that happens. Even a show like, did you ever watch Blackish with Nani? What's his name?
With
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson, yes.
The first couple of episodes were bad. Boss, they were so bad you'd have to turn that TV off. But after a while, they gelled.
Yeah. Okay.
So, those things happen. And it's, as if you're a fan, and we as black consumers also have to realize that we have to support black things in order for more black stuff to appear.
Right.
Absolutely. And then Slay says Afro cinema quality is questionable, yet some of us here were glued on the television. And then Pablo says questionable is relative. 2 hours into Afro cinema shows, you find yourself glued, yet you may have wanted to turn it off like hours ago. And then Slay saying I agree with Dr. James on that. And then let me see. It says I agree with you. Slay is agreeing with everyone today. And then
she hasn't agreed with me.
Kill the Company by Lisa Bodell. That is a great read. Yes, Kill the Company. Just get that book, and it's gonna change the way you think.
I'll get the audiobook
on so many things. It made me even start being nicer to these guys. I mean, they're still hostile to me, but there's a few things that I learned, and I started being.